guys, welcome back to Algebra 2. Today we are doing 5.4, which is dividing polynomials, okay? This is your last lesson this week before fall break, so make sure you do 5.1 through 5.4, you take your mid-chapter quiz, and you guys are going to be good. You guys have a week off, okay? So finish out the week strong and then enjoy your break. Okay, so we are going to do dividing polynomials by long division and synthetic division. It's a really, really fun lesson. Okay, so first let's practice long division with just numbers. Okay, so we are going to figure out how many times does 21 divide into 627. So we have to look at 21. Does 21 go into 6? No. So does 21 go into 67? How many times? 3. Okay, 3 times 21 is 63. We subtract. 67 minus 63 is 4, so we bring down our 4 and we bring down our 2. Okay, now we think how many times does 21 go into 42, or what do we multiply times 21 to get 42? And that's 2. 2 times 21 is 42. 42 minus 42 is 0. Okay, so this is 32 with a remainder of 0. Okay, here, let's do polynomial long division. Same concept, same steps, just with x's. It'll be great. So, how many times is 2x? So we look at this first term. How many times that 2x go into 6x squared? Or what do I need to multiply times 2x to get 6x squared? Time out. Before I get started, make sure that whenever you're looking, whatever is under the, whatever you're dividing into, make sure every term is there. So like x squared, x to the first, constant. So 2, 1, 0. Okay? If not, you have to put a placeholder. But in this one, we have 2, 1, 0, so we're good to go. So 2x times 3x gives us 6x squared. So what do we multiply times 2x to get 6x squared? That's 3x. So we write our 3x above the x term, which will be 7x, okay? So we put that here. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times 1 is 3x. Now we subtract. 6x squared minus 6x cancels. If it doesn't cancel, go back. You messed up. 7x minus 3x would be 4x. And then now we bring down our 2. What do we multiply times 2x to get 4x? Well, that would be 2. So we put our 2 up here. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. Now we subtract. 4x minus 4x is cancels. 2 minus 2 cancels. So we have this with a remainder of 0. Okay. So that would be long division. So let's do another one. Maybe, yeah, okay. So, using polynomial long division, again, we are dividing to divide 4x squared plus 23x minus 16 by x plus 5. What is the quotient and the remainder? Okay, so you may have a remainder for this. So, this goes under our division sign, and double check. It's 4x squared plus 23x minus 16. 2, 1, 0, or 2, 1, constant. Okay, so we're good there. So then our x plus 5 goes on the outside. So what do we need to multiply times x to get 4x squared? Well, that would be 4x. Okay. So 4x times x would be 4x squared. 4x times 5 would be 20x, so plus 20x. Okay, if you notice our terms are lining up, and they should. If not, then we're messing up somewhere. Okay, minus 4x squared minus 4x, that cancels. Again, if it doesn't, go back. 23x minus 20x would be 3x, and now we bring down our minus 16. Okay, now, what do I need to multiply times x to get 3x? Well, that would be 3, so we're going to say plus 3. 3 times x would be 3x, and then 3 times 5 would be 15, plus 15. So now we subtract. 3x minus 3x cancels. Negative 16 minus a 15 is negative 31, okay? If you need to distribute that negative here, do it, okay? That's a negative 31. There's nothing else to bring down, so this is our remainder. So our answer, our quotient is the 4x plus 3 with a remainder of negative 31, okay? And that's your answer. So this right here, if what you're dividing by into is a squared, this is always going to be 1 less than that. Okay, so if it's like this is a 4, this would be a 3. Okay, so your dividend would always be 1 less than what you're dividing by. Okay, now let's learn synthetic division. It's so much fun. Okay, same thing here is we need to make sure that we have every term as a placeholder, okay? So we're using synthetic division to divide x cubed minus 14x squared plus 51x minus 54 by x plus 2. What is the quotient and the remainder? So we're still finding the same thing, just a different method. So double check, we have 3, 2, 1, 0. We're good to go. So what we do first is we reverse the sign. So we have about x plus 2. We're going to reverse that to make it a negative 2, and we're going to put it out here. Okay, and now we're going to take the coefficients of this polynomial, and we're going to write it up here. I personally actually like to do it like this, like an L. Okay, so here our coefficient is a 1, so that's how we get that 1. This coefficient is a negative 14, that's how we get that. 51, 51, negative 54, negative 54. Okay, so now that we've set it up, again, I like to do the L and the 2 is on the outside. Okay, I'm going to do my L here. Okay. First step is we take this first coefficient and we bring it straight down. So that 1 comes here. Now we multiply. Negative 2 times 1 is a negative 2. Okay, so that goes up there, as we can see here. Now we do the same thing. We multiply negative 2 times negative 16. Okay, well that is 32. Now we add down. So 51 plus 32 is 83. Multiply again. Negative 2 times 83 is negative 166. Add straight down, we get negative 220. And then that right there is our remainder. So our answer, we have our 1, we have our negative 16, and we have our 83. So we have to put this in terms of a polynomial. We actually have to put in our variables. So again, like how this is an x cubed, our answer is going to be 1 less than that, so squared, and that's what we start this with. So it'll be 1x squared minus 16x plus 83 with a remainder of negative 220. Okay, that's what right here. The quotient is x squared minus 16x plus 83 with a remainder of negative 220. Okay, let's do another one. So we have use synthetic division to divide x cubed minus 57x plus 56 by x minus 7. What's the quotient and the remainder? Okay, so we need to check. Do we have each term? So we have x squared, x cubed. We don't have an x squared. So we have a 3 and we have a 1 and we have a 0. We don't have an x to the second power. So we have to put in a placeholder. So I'm just going to rewrite it under, say x cubed plus 0x squared minus 57x plus 56. Remember in matrices, whenever we didn't have a variable, we put in a 0 there with that variable as a placeholder in that column. We have to do the same thing here. So double check. We have 3, 2, 1, 0. Good to go. So our first step is to take the opposite of this number. If it's a negative 7, it's a positive 7. We're going to put it on the outside of our L. Okay, now we're going to take our coefficients and we're going to put them at the top here. So we have our invisible 1. We have a 0. If you forget that 0, then you're going to mess up. Then we have a negative 57, and then we have a 56. Okay, so we've lined it up all out. Yeah. Take our 1, bring it down. 7 times 1 is 7. Now we add. 0 plus 7 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Okay? Negative 57 plus 49 would be negative 8. 7 times negative 8 is negative 56. 56 plus negative 56 is 0. Cool. So we have a remainder of 0. So this is 3. So our answer is going to be 1 less than that, which would be a 2. So start here. So we have x squared plus 7x minus 8 with a remainder of 0. Okay. And if you kind of forget that part, just think this is always going to be your constant. So this is always the last number is your remainder. So this is your constant. This is your linear, the x, and then your quadratic. You can go up from there. So I think that is it for this lesson. Okay, so MathXL, you have 5 questions. Make sure you complete this. Do 5-1 through 5-4. You have a mid-chapter quiz after this. Good luck.